Hello, warriors. Welcome to Keon Plays. Samurai Love Bout Party. Let's continue on. This is Mitsunari's Pove. Oh, do not mistaken me. I am allowing you to live and nothing more. What are you after? Nothing you ever need to know about. Ieyasu turns away, leaving the calm threat of those words behind him. The battle over at last. Toramatsu comes to Ieyasu, where he rests in the open field. Was that wise? I will leave him to allow his caution to be what spares his life. If I dare to provoke him again, to underestimate him, he will find the most unexpected way to make us pay for it. As long as that man lives, I can never afford to be anything short of vigilant. So it has been, and it's so always will be. Ieyasu looks out upon his victorious army, murmuring those words of caution only to himself. I wait for Lord Mitsunari's return as I watch the sky dye itself a deep and vivid crimson despite the chill of the season. The first messenger are just returning from the front, and so I have heard the victors and very little else. He's still alive, isn't he? I wander the corridors of the castle absently, sure that I would know somehow if he wasn't, but still unable to calm myself. Oh my gosh, you're so sexy. He's sexy even when he have blood all over himself. I'm weird. I know I'm weird. I'm so weird that I think he's sexy right now, even though he have blood all over him. Lord Mitsunari! I run to him as soon as I see him. I am sorry. I shake my head against his apologetic murmur, taking his body into my arms. It seems so much smaller than it usually does as he left himself fall against me. All that matters is that you're all right. As soon as I say much, Lord Mitsunari's shoulders suddenly start to tremble violently. The next thing I know, he has me in a fierce embrace, his fingers grasping at my shoulders through my clothes. I say nothing to him, instead choosing to stroke his back smoothly while he calms himself. I love Mitsunari. I love Mitsunari! Don't judge me! I love Mitsunari. Okay, don't judge me. Let's continue on right now. Several days later, the retainers are gathered to discuss where we go from here. We will be surrendering Sawayama Castle. Everyone falls into solemn silence as if hearing the news from Yoshitsugu has truly brought it into their lives. So we did lose to them. Of course, the retainers are not the only ones who feel that way. Shit! Salkin curses fiercely, hissing out the word through the pain of the wound, soaking the dressing around his stomach with blood. I am sorry. It's not your fault, Lord Mitsunari. No, this is my responsibility. What done is done. Blaming yourself will not change this. The other retainers nod in agreement with Yoshitsugu, gentle and domination. More importantly, he has spared more of us than we thought he would. It is up to every last one of you to determine what you will do with the lives you have been given. Those of you who wish to remain here, it seems will be welcome as retainers by whoever comes to take the castle after us. Otoni, what are you going to do? Well, I suppose it is trifle, if anything. A life in hiding is not a bad thing to return to, I believe. I think I'm going to go. Go where? Someone was kind enough to invite me to go with them. His voice is still quiet, but his words are so much clearer and full of determination than they ever been. Ah. Yoshitsugu smiles as he reaches out to tussles Hideaki hair, his gaze warm with affection. Hideaki grew up so fast. I don't know if going to war is what did it to him, but I'm happy that he has come to himself one way or another. Yeah, Hideaki. At least his doll wasn't smiling. That doll was creepy. Creepy as hell. I'm going with you, Lord Mitsunari, so don't leave me without me, got it? Before anyone even asks Salkin the question of where he is going, he answers, why would you do that? There have to be better places for you, Salkin. Hanging around me, Salkin. Yeah. I heard that someone saw you fight and invited you into his service. So what if you did? No matter what anyone says, you'll always be the Lord of my heart, Lord Mitsunari. He wouldn't be Salkin if he wasn't full of determination and undaunted loyalty, and I am glad Lord Mitsunari has him to rely on. The conversation continues from there, but it remains light, so I never hear just what Lord Mitsunari is going to do for himself. As nightfall, I happen to be turning the corner, and when I see Lord Mitsunari just ahead looking up at the moon, I think to call out to him, but Yoshitsugu comes out of an whatever the fuck that is room and gets to him first. I should probably leave them be. I start to turn around to go back to the way I came. Didn't you think that it was better for Yasu to have divine rule all along? This is not a question I was expecting him to ask. I listened in despite knowing better. I did. I thought as much. Why did you think so? At the height of the battle, I got the feeling that divinity chose him. Lord Mitsunari takes a deep breath before he continues, his voice full of whatever the fuck that is. Moreover, he places mercy upon me. There was a part of me that regretted accepting it, but I suppose that must be the same part of me who did far too much. In short, I was never the man who had it in him to rule over all of us, but he did. Lord Mitsunari, in other words, is saying that he has given up on taking divine rule for himself. Despite fighting so hard to meet Lord Hideyoshi's expectation for him, I stared down at my palm, as empty as the pain that fills my heart. If I came to think that way, I thought that you must have considered it long before I had. But there's one thing I don't understand. Why didn't you ally yourself to Ieyasu? It is true that I consider Ieyasu to be divine ruler in his fight to the end all wars. However, that was not the most important thing to me. To me, what mattered is who I would die with. In short, where I would die. Where he would die. Suddenly, I remember the moment Lord Ieyasu had passed him after escape from the attack on our residence. Don't do that ever again. Don't do that ever again, Kion. We have decided where we shall die. Yoshitsugu never intended to come back from this alive. My heart is moved once again by the strength of his resolve, bond to him by close we are. So you're telling me I'm the one you would die for, are you? You're up to something, Otoni. I did not want to have the same regrets again that I already suffered once. In the end, death still comes for me yet again, but I think I chose the right way to meet her this time. The moment Yoshitsugu smiles, the still night becomes a cloth of transcendent sorrow, painfully beautiful as it takes them both. As for me, I slip away in whatever the fuck that is, silence, careful they do not notice that I was given here to see them go together. Damn it, I'm so thirsty. Okay, one more time and that's it. Wanting to be with him at times like this, I wait in Lord Mitsunari's chamber for him to return. After a little while, I see his shadow standing against the door. So here's where you've been. I'm not being a bother, am I? No, I was thinking that I wanted to talk to you. When I turn towards Lord Mitsunari, naturally sitting formal and straight, I unconsciously do the same. I may not be able to imagine what he wishes to talk about, but whatever it is, I want to be ready to accept it wholeheartedly. I will be leaving here, but I will be leaving my identity as a samurai behind. I was not able to keep my promise to Hideyoshi, so at least I can make certain Ieyasu will have the divine rule he desires. For that I have to live. And if I wish to live, my noble title will only get in the way. Just hearing how difficult it is for him to get those last words out is enough for me to feel his pain completely. It may do nothing to ease his heart, but I still want him to know there is warmth for him, so I lay my hand gently over his. You did promise me something yourself once, I remember. That you would honor me with staying by my side, whether I live in glory or lose everything in death. I did. As soon as I answered the question in his voice, Lord Mitsunari pulls me against him in a strong, desperate embrace. Stay by my side always. Never leave me as long as we have left. Don't ever leave me. I nod, my voice stolen by the impassionate plea that comes from a deep within his heart. As I weep, Mitsunari holds me fast if to shield my body from everything closing in around us. Okay, warriors, that is it. I'm going to go ahead and end it. Stay out, take care until next time. Keon plays Samurai Love Battle Party, Mitsunari Ichida, his Pove, Act 2. Bye.